So they went ahead and added some offerings to that. So we're going to talk about those. First, a couple of housekeeping things. If you have the webinar panel open, feel free. You can go ahead and collapse it just by clicking the orange arrow. If you have any questions, there's a questions dialog down here, and go ahead and type your question in there. If it's a quick, easy one, I'll hit it where I'm at. If not, we'll hit those right at the end of the webinar today. All right, so let's dive into this. So most of you have probably at some point tried out or downloaded the free version. You can see here it's pretty basic, and really what you're thinking about is an AutoCAD Lite, good old AutoCAD LT, as far as functionality goes. And really what you use it for, if you're a company who creates flat patterns and has to dump those flat patterns out to a DXF, DWG file for the shop that actually does the cutting, the free version's great. You know, it lets you dump your SolidWorks drawing out, open it up, check the DXF file, make sure everything's readable, looks good, and then send it on to your vendor for working. But if you need something a little more than that, where you say you still have a lot of schematics, hydraulic, electric, pneumatic, and you use those, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel. You've had these drawings for a while. You may as well just keep updating them. Maybe they're equipment you're still using. You use blocks, you use Lisp commands, you have automated your process. Then what you may want to look at doing is bumping either up to DraftSight Professional, or if you have a lot of folks who still work in DWG format, maybe you want to go all the way up and use the enterprise version, the network version. So a couple things that I want to highlight here. The toolbox that you get in the professional version is a pretty awesome little tool. We're going to look at that a bit. The design library, as I said, this is something you actually create yourself. You can add all those blocks to it. It's a quick, easy drag it in and start going to work. And then also the API support, so that you can use those custom programs that you've already written for automating things. You can carry on using those. So those are some of the big ones. As I said, there is the enterprise version. It's a network version, so even though it can't be incorporated into your existing SolidWorks network license, it can be added to the license manager so that your users don't have to add a different server just to access DraftSight. So it's pretty quick and painless to integrate this into your system. It and comes with a lot of the similar options that we had in professional. The biggest difference is with the enterprise version, SolidWorks builds the cost of service. Your subscription is in the cost of the enterprise portion, whereas with professional, that's one you buy directly from Dassault and you pay them directly for the support. So it's a little different setup. Enterprise version, you'll basically deal straight with us, whereas the professional version, you're dealing with Dassault systems. So, but really good product, a lot of really cool tools, and that's where we'll look at next. As I said, you can add the network version to your existing network license manager. So that's pretty quick. API macro recording is a really nice tool. You've got the design library, the toolbox, and also here a G-code generator, so is built right into the system. Again, this is for the professional and the enterprise level software packages, not necessarily in the free version. So, having said that, let's go ahead and take a look at the software, because that's what we're all here for anyway, right? Let's get out of this and let's pull up a part. So I just went and randomly grabbed a 2D file from online the other day just to take a look at it. Now, one of the ways you can know what version you're running is just by coming over here to the help menu. And if you see the API Lisp help, that means you're running professional and or enterprise version. Beyond that, you just have to come into the about. Oop, and where did it go? Escape. And take a look at it. But that's pretty as simple as it gets. So some of the toolbars you're going to be missing if you're in the free version is this whole toolbar here, which is our toolbox, our whole wizard, various symbols here: welding, surface finish, ballooning, your bill of materials. All of these things you're not going to see with the free version. Power trim, which is another one folks seem to really like, is going to be missing in the free version. And I'm not going to dive too much into some of these little drafting functions, because most of you are pretty aware of those kinds of things. What I thought I'd really concentrate on today is just some of the setup issues that we can hit. A couple of the quick ones that I like to play with. And the first one's going to be the toolbox. So let me go ahead and delete some fasteners out of here. I probably should have done that before we got started. So I'm going to hit the delete key here real quick. And it's going to ask me to select some entities. So I'm going to select these guys. Let's get rid of this. We're just going to dump all these fasteners out real quick. And then we'll hit enter, and they're all gone. So now the real nice thing is, oops, I deleted something I didn't want to delete, but that's okay. So now what we'll do is let's go ahead and see what this, what the diameter of our circle here is, and it looks like we've got a 150. So first things first, let's go ahead and insert some fasteners in this. So we're going to come up here to our toolbox, hardware, and let's pick. Well, you can see it's still holding what I used last time, a number 5. So, but you can see we can click here. We've got various sizes of hardware here. We'll go ahead and switch to a 44. We've got all our different heads. We can go ahead and do a flathead socket. And then this is the interesting part down here. This is where the fun begins. So we've got our property here. And then here's the creation method. So we're inserting this on the near side. We're going to be able to see the heads in this particular view. So we'll go ahead and select that. But you can drop down the menu here. And these aren't the best descriptions. It really takes a little getting used to, because you have different side views that you can select. So getting to understand these different side views takes a little time. Head options, hex head, thread is simplified. Now fastener length and thread length. One of the things we'll do here is we need our material thickness. So I'm going to click this little box. And now I'm going to go over here and let it know how thick my material is. So it's 1/4 of an inch. So let's drop down and let's use a 1/2 inch fastener, and we'll just leave the thread length the full length. All right, so I think that takes care of everything we want here. we're going to go ahead and click OK. And now we'll go ahead and start inserting our part. So we click once and it inserts it. And then again, if we look down here, it's wanting to, right down here in the corner, it's wanting a specify rotation. This is when it's kind of nice just to leave the ortho on, and we'll click it to get it inserted there. And even though I deleted the hole, we'll go ahead and put one here, and we'll go ahead and throw one up here, and we'll throw one over here. So we've got our fasteners in. We'll go ahead and hit escape and get out of that. So there's our top view all done, and we've got our heads in. Now we'll come down here and let's insert our side view. So now we'll look at those other ones. So it's kept our part. So now let's go ahead and look at this. So we've got side view 1, which you can see is just a full side view. We can go to side view 2, and this is one where it'll show the head but none of the body because it's assuming it's buried and you can't see it. Oop. This is the one we're probably going to use today, which is side view 3, which is hiding just the portion that's embedded. And side view 4 hides just the fastener head. Let's jump back. We're going to go with 3. We're going to click OK. And again, now we'll come down here and we'll do this number. Oop, and we kind of put that in the wrong place. Hit enter. So I just used the enter key to bring this back up so I can go ahead and grab some inferences here. Come here. And we'll lock that down. Escape. So we've got that. Now let's go ahead and let's see if we can't get a washer thrown on there. So we actually do want a number 6. And we're going to use a flat and arrow. And we'll go ahead and click OK. Oops, and escape. And for this one, we're going to do a side view. Click OK. And there we go. We'll flip that around to where it's where we want it. We've got our fasteners in. We'll do one more here. We're going to just throw a nut on the end of it. We'll do a hex nut. We'll do a 544. Again, we want to do a side view. We'll just leave that. That's all good. And then we'll come in, stack it there, stack it there. Perfect. So now we've got a nice little stack up that we kind of like. So great, quick, easy way to throw those features in. Now, the next thing we want to do is probably throw some balloons in. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the balloon dialog. Now, one of the things you're going to see when we click most of these icons here is when we click on it, down here at the bottom, we always have we can always enter into the settings dialog. So I'm going to go ahead and hit S first. And it brings up the settings dialog. And pretty nice. It lets us go ahead and make our changes here. We've got a balloon. We'll go with circular balloon. We can do our stacked or not stacked option here. I think we'll go ahead and leave this one stacked and down for now. We'll keep a leader on it. And the text is standard. So pretty nice feature there. Other things though, we can also get into our hardware. We can also get into our tables. And bill of materials table is one we all like. And the only thing I'm going to show you here is the one that we really like, which is this change case. Because here we can set it to be whatever we want. And you know, we all love everything in uppercase. So I'm going to go ahead and click apply and use uppercase today. Click OK. So now let's go ahead and insert our balloons. And you can see here after we exited settings, it's still in that select entity phase. So we can go ahead and we'll select our the head of our bolt first, and let's come out here. All right, so now it's wanting a quantity. Because of where I selected in the view here, it's only seeing 2, but we know there's 4, so we'll go ahead and hit 4. All right, now we'll go ahead and select our next entity, which is our washer. And it wants a quantity, and we know there's going to be 4, and our nut, and 4. So now we've got this set up. And then now we're going to do another balloon. This time though, let's go ahead and go into settings. And this time I don't want any stacking. And this time we're just going to select a couple other items here. Let's go ahead and select this edge. Oop. Hit escape one too many times there. So we'll put a balloon there. Quantity is going to be 1 this time. And now, because this isn't a toolbox item, it actually wants to know what this is. So we're going to go ahead and tell this is a gearbox. Assembly. And the part number is going to be 123. And the description is going to be gearbox housing. And the quantity is 1, so we'll click OK. Gives us our balloon, still incrementing nicely. And then we'll go ahead and click and add one here. Let's turn this ortho off for a sec. And now the quantity here is going to be 1. And unfortunately, we have to type this over every time. Item is 5, part number is 456. Description is going to be shaft. Click OK. And so we get a nice, we've got our balloons here, all pretty nice. We can right click on. Okay, so now what we'll do is let's go ahead and this is the fun part, let's go ahead and insert our bill of materials. So it's going to ask us first to just select this spot, and we tell it where we want it, and there it is. And you can see, even though everything was entered in lowercase, it went ahead and popped it up in uppercase for me and gave me all my descriptions. My quantities are there, part number. So pretty nice little tool here that as far as creating some of these items. Let's go ahead and no, I'm sorry. Wanted to just show you real quick. So here's none of our toolbox items had our parts. So it's really easy to just come in on the fly here and fix that up. And except now I'm not finding the setting, of course. I should have just recorded this. But we can go ahead and edit these parts. It's pretty quick and easy actually on the fly to keep everything going and add your parts in there. So bill of materials, real handy tool here and with linking everything together for us. Let's just take a quick sec. Let me check the questions. Nope, we're good. Oh, there's one. Can we edit the table? No, not yet. The bill of materials is pretty much just inset text. You can see it's blocks. You can create your own with the professional version and with the enterprise version. And again, you can edit all these parts as need be. So So you can create your own, but the out-of-the-box bill of materials table is not something you can edit on the fly, really. You can see as I hover over everything, each line is its own block. So, all right, I wanted to click. So one of the cool things we've got going on here too, for those of you who are into creating your own workspace and trying to maximize your workspace, is our work tab over here. And you can see we can move through some tabs here. And one of the ones that I like is we've got the design resources. Also, some folks will call it the design library. You can see here it's got we've got an explorer kind of window in the top half, and then and then you've got your actual folder content down below. And right now, I've actually gone ahead and made my sample library, my design library, my home page. You can create favorites, access 3D Content Central. For those of you who haven't set up an account, 3D Content Central is a great place to go find both 3D models and 2D content. If you need blocks for different valves or electrical components, 2D blocks and 3D blocks, parts, 3D Content Central has a lot of that. And the nice thing about going to 3D Content Central is generally those models and blocks are supplied by the manufacturer, so you know they're accurate. Some of the other places people go, grabcad.com, great resource, for instance, but that's generally user supplied content. So you're depending on whoever created that model to have created it accurately for you. So it can be a little iffy. You definitely want to be able to verify some of those dimensions. But real quick, let's take a look. So the out of the box, again, here, pretty limited. This, again, everybody has their block library. If you've been using DWG files for schematics for a while, you have your blocks. And I know that symbols have been standardized for a long time, but let's admit it, we know everybody has their own blocks. So, and your attributes, whatever. So, so this is intentionally small, but you can, again, create your own and link to that right here. It's a quick, easy process. Bringing them in, adding blocks is as simple as dragging it. You can see here, and I don't know what. Let's just start a new drawing here. All right, so now let's bring this in. Oop, come on. Oh, all right, so now you can see we brought it in, and you can see not the most appropriate place. It's going to be pretty hard to place this block in there, this antenna. So what you can do is right click and change it. So we're just going to go here, we're going to change our reference point. It leaves it in place for us. Now we can come up here and grab it. And now we'll be able to tie it to whatever we want. So pretty quick and easy to be able to set our part. And again, we can change the scale. And I really don't want to. And now we can go ahead and we'll go back to ortho, so we can go ahead and snap it in the direction we want it to be. So, so pretty sweet tool for you to be able to organize your own library files, get those put together the way you want them, and insert blocks. So again, being able to reuse all of your legacy data for your parts. Another one I kind of like is you can create your own tool matrix. Normally, as we're working, Let's see, we can go ahead, we'll pull this one out. A lot of us will, maybe we'll have our dimension toolbar over here. We'll put our drawing toolbar up there, and our screen size keeps getting smaller and smaller. So one of the things you can do is go ahead and put those common ones you use on here and in the order you use them, and gain some of this screen real estate back. So I really like being able to create my own toolbars. I'm pretty much into setting things up the way I like. We can also, if we don't like one of these tabs we've got, just drag it off and get rid of it, and give ourselves a little more room so that you only keep the tabs down here that you really need. So that's a pretty nice little tool. Very customizable. The interface for working with the system, the tools that are available to you, all very customizable. Really nice stuff. Let's see. All right, let's jump back because that's really about it. Like I said, I didn't want to go too much into just standard 2D drafting because we've all been doing that for a while. We might have taken a break from it to join into this 3D world, but oh, look at all the questions. Oh, let's see if I can. Let's see. Just wonder if there's a way to enter the part number, and I'm guessing you mean for the toolbox parts. And let's go ahead and jump back over here. We moved it. Let's jump back to that drawing. And I will and then let's see. I don't know if we're going to have to delete the part or not. So let's see. Side view, property, edit, properties, trying to, and I apologize, I should have created a one for this. Okay. Let's see. Oop. Let's see. Edit block attribute values. Oh. Nope. I'm missing windows, folks, and I apologize. I think it's because I switched over to one screen today, traveling. Oh, there we go. Now it comes up. So part number. Yeah, so we should be able to give it a value right now of 789. Okay, there we go. Enter. There we go. And now we can do our part number here of 978. Yeah, so it, yeah, I apologize. I was getting the, getting it backwards. So we right click. Edit block values. Again, we specify, after we get into the command, now we have to re-click it and go back and give it that value. So we can add our part numbers in here, but unfortunately that part number doesn't stay with that in the toolbox forever. Unfortunately, there isn't a way to add it to the part number yet, like we do, say, with the SolidWorks toolbox, where we can go in and edit it and and add it. And let's go here and cancel. And Sam, I would love to show questions. And Sam, I would love to show the EPDM add-in. Unfortunately, I crashed my EPDM. I know nobody believes that really happens to us because we have the magic SolidWorks, but I was testing the new PDM standard and beta testing 2016 and messed up my system pretty good, and I'm just now fixing all that back up. But and I think there's also a couple of you, including Sam, who were asking about printing PDFs straight from EPDM, so that when they check in the DWG file, it'll print. And I have found some third parties software that can allow that to happen. And also in the latest version of DraftSight here, there may be a way to do it using the export function. So we're looking at that right now. We've got to call into DraftSight to look into that with us. So keep an eye out for that. It may be something that comes out as a blog post in addition that we'll work on. So let's see, what else we got? All right, just wondering, part numbers, editing the table. Again, I hope I answered that, Brian. This particular format is pretty much set in stone, but you could create your own table to link and grab those values. Again, with the and the other nice thing is with the enterprise pack, the folks over at Dassault DraftSight will assist with converting and bringing your Lisp routines and macros, existing stuff, into DraftSight. They'll help that conversion process for you. So let's see. So yeah, any other questions or thoughts, folks? Let's go ahead and minimize this now. Bring so let's bring this up big so we can see it, maybe. There we go. There's my email. If you want to email me or call me directly, like I said, look for a blog post because we did have, oddly enough, a lot of interest in how to print those PDFs. So that seems to be a big need out there, and understandably so. The 2D world and 2D drafting has outlived the 8-track tape, the Concorde Jet. So it's going to be around for a while, and we need to make sure we're supporting it. So so do give me a call or email me if you do have any questions or want to be added to that notification list for sorting out creating a PDF. And if you want any demos or additional information, get with me or get with your sales rep, and we'll get it going. And folks, on that note, I'll let you get back at it. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. And one more surf for the questions, but I don't see any new ones. All right, folks, take it easy. Again, thanks for coming and visit. And if you do think of something after we're off, just shoot me an email. Oh, one final thing too. If you're interested in DraftSight, if you're currently using the free version or you did try the free version and haven't tried it in a while, definitely go back and download it. When you download it, under the help menu is a if you click on the help menu, when you download the free version now, there should be an option here to trial version, the professional version. So you can pull it up and take a look at things and take a look at the difference between the two. And just test drive the full version rather than test driving the free version. As I said, free version is a great product if you're just checking drawings. You're not really working with them daily. But we all know the real value is when you can bring in those blocks with attributes and run that API. That's what simplifies things and lets you work efficiently. So feel free to let us know what you got going on, and we'll be there to help. All right, and with that, folks, I will go ahead and sign off. Thanks.